Hello everyone, I am Hiril Desai. Our today's topic is complex numbers. So, what is complex numbers? You can say that the complex numbers are an extension of the real numbers obtained by introducing an imaginary unit I. Okay? In complex number, there are so many operations. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division are all applicable on complex numbers. So, let us say introduction. So, a complex number z is an ordered pair xy of real numbers x and y. It is written as z is equal to xy. Here z is equal to xy, which is an ordered pair. And the complex number z, which is denoted by x plus iy. And where I is equal to under root minus 1, which is known as the imaginary unit. So basically, complex number which is form real part and imaginary part. So here x is called the real part of z and is written as, this is the short form, REZ, that is real part of z, and y is called the imaginary part of z and it is written as the short form IMZ, that is imaginary part of z. So here complex number, that is z is equal to x plus iy, where x is real part and y is imaginary part. And what is the value of I? I is equal to minus 1. No, it is under root minus 1. You have to remember. Now, if your x is equal to 0 and y is not equal to 0, that is in z, that is z is your complex number which is x plus iy. In this, if x is equal to 0 and y is not equal to 0, so here 0 plus iy, that is iy only, because x is 0. So which is purely imaginary, that is what we will get, only iy, I into y, that is imaginary part. Now next condition, if x is not equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, then your z is equal to what? X plus iy, which is our original complex number. Put the value y is equal to 0. So I into 0, which is 0. So what you will get? X, that is only real part. Now hence z is purely imaginary if its real part is 0 and is real if its imaginary part is 0. So every real number can be written in the form of a complex number by taking its imaginary part as 0. Hence the set of real numbers is contained in the set of complex number. Okay, so this is the basic introduction about complex number. Now next, two complex numbers are equal if and only if their corresponding real and imaginary parts are equal. What is two complex number? If z is equal to x plus iy, which is complex number, if we take two complex number, that is z1 and z2. Okay, so both complex numbers are equal if and only if their corresponding real and imaginary parts are equal. So if z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number, then its conjugate or complex conjugate is defined as z bar. So you can see here, what is z? Z is equal to x plus iy. Now z bar is equal to x minus iy. That is your complex conjugate. The even power of I, this imaginary part of I, is either 1 or minus 1, and odd power of I is either I or minus I. You have to remember this. How comes? Let us see. I square, which is I into I. Okay. So what is the value of I? You know that I is equal to under root minus 1. So I into I, that is under root minus 1 into under root minus 1, which is minus 1. So I square is equal to minus 1. Value of I square is equal to minus 1. Same you can find out I cube, I 4, I raised to 5, 6 up to I raised to n. For I cube, I square into I. That is I square value is minus 1. into I. Okay, so I cube is equal to minus 1 into I minus I. Same I raised to 4, I raised to 5. So here power 2, 4, then 6, 8, like this. You can see here value is minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1. That is repeatedly. So for even power, I, value of I is either 1 or minus 1. And for odd power, that is 3, 5, you can see here minus I or I. Now, geometrical representation of complex number. Geometrical, it means graphical representation. And it is also called Argand's diagram. So here x, y axis, this is x dash, y dash. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Here this is origin point. And you can see here our order pair x in y, pxy. So any complex number z is equal to x plus iy can be represented as a point pxy in the xy plane with reference to the rectangular x in y axis. This is okay. The plot of a given complex number z is equal to x plus iy as the point pxy in the xy plane, and it is known as Argand's diagram. Okay. Now the x-axis is called the real axis and y-axis is called the imaginary axis. How comes? Because our z is equal to x plus iy and x is real part, so x-axis is called real axis. And what about y? Y is imaginary, so y-axis is called imaginary axis. And xy plane is called the complex plane. Now next one is algebra of complex numbers. That is some basic property. So we are having two complex number, z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. Okay. Now property of addition. Two complex number, z1 plus z2, because it is addition. So x1 plus iy1 plus x2 plus iy2. So take real part aside and imaginary part. So here x1 and x2, that is real part. So pair x1 and x2 plus here iy1 plus iy2. Take I outside. So y1 plus y2. Always remember that if we are doing addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, take real part one side and imaginary part one side. Okay. It means form complex number in real part plus imaginary part. So x1 plus x2 plus iy1 plus y2. That is addition. Subtraction. Two numbers are same, but here we have to take minus. So here x1 minus x2, iy1 minus iy2. So I is outside, so y1 minus y2. That is the property of subtraction. Now multiplication. So for multiplication, z1 into z2. So x1 plus iy1, x2 plus iy2. Here is multiplication. So x1, x2. Now here I square, y1, y2. Plus I x1 y2 plus I x2 y1. Now what is the value of I square? You know the value of I square, which is minus 1. So put I square is equal to minus 1. So we are getting x1 x2 minus y1 y2 plus I common x2 y1 plus y2 x1. So this is the property for multiplication. Next one, division. For division, we are having two complex number. So z1 by z2, that is z1 division by z2. What is z1? x1 plus iy1, x2 plus iy2. Now x1 plus iy1, x2 per iy2. For this, we are using alterno divido method. Okay, that means this is numerator, denominator. In denominator, x2 plus iy2. So take opposite of denominator, that is x2 minus iy2. And multiply with x2 minus iy2. So here x2 minus iy2, x2 minus iy2. So what we are getting? Multiplication of this x1 x2 minus I x1 y2 plus I y1 x2 minus here I square y1 y2. We all know that what is I square? That is minus 1. So put value of I square is equal to minus 1. Denominator x2 plus iy2, x2 minus iy2. Okay. So here take real part one side and imaginary part. So what we are getting, x1 x2 plus y1 y2 upon this one, x2 plus I y2 x2 minus I y2, that is a minus b, a plus b terms are there. So what is this? A square minus b square, you know that. Now how comes this plus? Because we are having formula a square minus b square. So you can see here I square is minus 1, that's why plus. Okay, so take real part and imaginary part, x1 x2 y1 y2 upon x2 square plus y2 square plus I and this term. So this is the property of division. Now different forms of complex number. So there are two type of form. First one is Cartesian or rectangular form. In this form, x and y are real numbers, then z is equal to x plus iy is called the Cartesian form of the complex number. Okay, that is we see in Argand diagram. Polar form. What about polar form? The complex number z is equal to x plus iy can be represented by the point P whose Cartesian coordinates are x, y. See in the figure, x, y, x dash, y dash. This x is real axis, y is imaginary axis. So here 0 is your original point, this P r theta. Why? In Argand diagram we are having xy, but here r theta, because our form is in polar form. So in polar form we are having r and theta. This is theta and this one is r. So if polar coordinates of the point P are r and theta, then x is equal to what? R cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So in polar form you have to remember what is x and what is y. What is x? That is r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. Hence polar form of z is equal to r cos theta plus r sin theta. How comes? Because z is equal to x plus iy. Now put value of x and put value of y. What is x? R cos theta. And what is y? R sin theta. Okay. Now take r outside, cos theta plus I sin theta. So this is polar form. In polar form, what is your z? R cos theta plus I sin theta. You have to remember. So polar form can also be written as R is, what is this? Angle theta. Now exponential form. In this form, z, which is this one, r cos theta plus r sin theta. Now you know that what is cos theta plus sin theta in exponential form? That is e raised to I theta. Okay. So hence exponential form of z is equal to z r. Put value of cos theta plus I sin theta, that is e raised to I theta. Now this one, formula for e raised to I theta, e raised to minus I theta. What is e raised to I theta? Cos theta plus I sin theta. Same, e raised to minus I theta, that is cos theta minus I sin theta. Now what is cos theta? Formula for cos theta, 1 by 2 e raised to I theta plus e raised to minus I theta. You have to remember this formula. Sin theta is equal to 1 upon 2i e raised to I theta minus e raised to minus I theta. How comes? Because sin is our imaginary part. So in imaginary part, this I is included. Okay. Now, next one is modulus and argument, either amplitude of complex number. So basically, how we can find out modulus and argument of complex number. So let us say z is equal to x plus iy, where r is cos theta plus I sin theta. That is polar form, you know that. R is called the modulus or absolute value of z, and it is denoted by this one, modulus of z. That is the sign. Either mod of z, and theta is called argument or amplitude of z, and is denoted by argument of z, that is argz. You have to read argument of z or amplitude of z. This is the sign of modulus z, which is equal to r and is equal to under root x square plus y square. Remember this formula, modulus of z. How can we find out? By this formula, which is underscore under root x square plus y square. Now argument of z. What is argument of z? That is theta is equal to tan inverse y by x. Remember this formula? This one is modulus and argument. Argument of z is equal to theta plus tan inverse y by x. Now one note is there. The value of theta lying between minus pi and pi is called the principal value of argument. I repeat, the value of theta, this theta lying between minus pi and pi, is called the principal value of argument. Also, the argument of z is the value of theta which lies in the quadrant of point xy. You know that quadrant, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. That is x axis, y axis, x dash and y dash. Okay. Now next is properties of complex number. So basically these are the basic property of complex number. So let z is equal to x plus iy and z bar is equal to x minus I bar. Now what is z bar? That is conjugate of complex number. If z is equal to x plus iy and z bar is equal to x minus iy. So first property, real part of z is equal to x. So real part of z is equal to x, which is equal to 1 by 2 z plus z bar. Z is equal to x plus iy and what is z bar? X minus iy. Imaginary part of z. If in example you have to ask if find real part, find imaginary part, so you have to apply this property. Then y is equal to 1 upon 2i z minus z bar. Why I is here? Because in imaginary part I already mentioned you, we are taking 2i. Now z1 plus z2 whole conjugate. Okay, this is bar. Either you can read conjugate, either bar. So z1 plus z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. z1 z2 multiplication. z1 into z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar z2 bar separately. Now division property. z1 by z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar upon z2 bar. This is multiplication z into z bar. Here one complex number only. Here two complex numbers are there. Z into z bar is equal to modulus of z square is equal to modulus of z bar square. So we are having modulus of z is equal to modulus of z bar is equal to, what is the formula of modulus of z? Under root x square plus y square. Modulus z1 into z2 is equal to what? Modulus z1, modulus of z2. And what is argument z1, z2? Argument of z1 plus argument of z2. Now z1 upon z2, modulus. The sign is denoted as modulus, okay? Is equal to z1 modulus upon modulus z2. And argument of z1 by z2 is equal to what? Argument of z1 minus argument of z2. Here argument of z1 by z2 is equal to what? Argument of z1 minus argument of z2. So these are the basic properties of complex number. Okay. So I recall first of all, what is complex number? That is z is equal to x plus iy. What is the value of I? Under root minus 1. Okay. And what is I square? That is minus 1. I cube, I raised to 4. Same we can find out. So these are the basic introduction about complex numbers.